So how do we know that evolution is a real thing? ठीक है? So we look at fossil records. So fossil records provide vast information about the species that have been long lost and do not exist anymore. Fossils can be obtained from sedimentary rocks, that is normally जहाँ पे वो पाए जाते हैं, and as these rocks put down, the organic components of plants, animals, and prokaryotes are preserved with them. They can be used to study the ancient civilizations that are not here anymore. ठीक है? So we will first study homologous structures, ठीक है? Which basically are structures that Darwin proposed that animals have similar structures evolved from a common ancestor. These common ancestors possessed a basic version of that structure जो कि over time similarly evolve हुआ है in different species. ठीक है? So similar structures possessed by different species having common ancestors are called homologous structures. अब similarities या differences among homologous structures help determine how recently the species shared a common ancestor. मतलब अगर कम फर्क है मतलब ज़्यादा related हैं, और अगर ज़्यादा फर्क है उन homologous structures में मतलब they are less related. So homologous bones, as shown by color coding, support the differently shaped front limbs of modern vertebrates. These limbs evolved with modification from the front limbs of a common ancestor whose bones resembled those of an ancient fish. So यहाँ पे color coding हुई हुई है according to the sort of bones that have evolved over time. Then there's vestigial organs. ठीक है? अब what are these? These structures are inherited from ancestors but have lost their original function due to different selection pressures acting on the descendant. Vestigial organs have no part in the normal body functions. They are just considered relics, yeah, evidence for evolution. Both of them have these bones, but in snakes they are functional. अब यहाँ पे अगर एग्जांपल दिया हुआ है इन लोगों ने स्नेक और व्हेल का, तो both of them have the femur and the pelvis. ठीक है? But in snakes they are functional, and in whales they are non-functional. ठीक है? So we can predict that they had a common ancestor. Appendix, which is found in humans, is also an example of a vestigial organ. And the coccyx in humans is also believed to be an evolutionary product of a non-functional tail, जो एक क्या कहते हैं fish common ancestor से आई थी हमारे अंदर. And then the most solid proof for evidence for evolution is basically comparing the DNA and proteins of certain species also proves them to be evolved from a common ancestor. जितना ज़्यादा DNA और protein के sequences में दो species में overlap होगा, for example, mouse and rat is an example of evolution and them sharing a common ancestor.